The objective of this topic is to know the procedure to perform the fillet weld break test and the results derived from the tests.
This destructive test is similar to the nick break and is an effective, economical, and simple method of checking fillet weld quality. The test consists of depositing a fillet weld of a specified size and then applying force to bend or break the specimen. The face of the weld and the fractured surface are evaluated to determine soundness. This test is sometimes used to qualify procedures, welders, and weld operators for producing fillets on plate and pipe. It is especially common for the qualification of tack welders, who are normally involved with fillet welding. The governing code or quality specification determines the type of test, dimension of the test plates, number of specimens, and a location for removal of specimens.
When plates are to be joined by fillet welds, single-pass T-joints are most often used for testing, due to the difficulty in breaking large multi-pass welds. The length, width, and thickness of the test piece, as well as the size of the fillet, depend on code requirements and the design of the weldment. Some codes may require weld restart in the center of the bead. In addition, 1 inch from each end may be removed prior to testing. This is especially common when macro etch specimens are also required.
Before the specimen is broken, it is visually inspected for cracks, overlap, undercut, and other discontinuities. Afterward, the fillet weld is loaded in such a manner that the root of the weld is put in tension. Any suitable means of loading the specimen is acceptable, including a hammer, press, or brake jig. The load is increased or repeated until the specimen breaks. However, if the specimen bends without breaking, it usually passes the test.
The broken surfaces are visually inspected for discontinuities such as cracks, lack of fusion, inclusions, or porosity. Complete fusion to the root of the joint should be evident.
Lack of fusion normally appears as unmelted base metal with a clear edge.
Porosity appears as round discontinuities on the fractured surface. They may have a silvery color from oxidation. A maximum size or diameter for each pocket, plus a total size are usually stated by the quality specification.
Slag inclusions normally appear as non-metallic material along the weld or within the weld metal. Similar to porosity, a maximum size and total length may be indicated by code in order to determine acceptability.
Fillet welds on pipe, socket welds, or T-connections may also be tested. The preparation of pipe specimens consists of welding the prescribed pipe per procedure, and then removing the required number of specimens from the specified locations. Usually 4 specimens are cut out for breaking. In general, the size of the pipe specimen is at least 2 inches long and 1 inch wide. The actual size may vary based on the quality specification. The specimens are broken and examined as stated earlier. Test results are recorded on the appropriate form, which could be a procedure qualification record, a welder qualification report, or a quality control production report.
The fillet weld break test is used to evaluate the quality of fillet welds. In many cases, it may be combined with the macro etch test, which will be discussed in the next topic.